Hello and welcome back to Conquest Dark Goblins. Today we're going to be adding some meta progression into the mix and conquering our second level. So let's just start off by pouring some points into all damage at the cost of red soul coins, I think? No, soul fragments. These are soul coins. Anyway. We have two choices for levels. We can do Sorceress's Fall, or we can do Shifting Sands. What I usually do when I'm looking at which level I want to unlock is, or which level I want to do is what I'm going to unlock, right? So if I do Shifting Sands, I'm going to unlock the Spirit Caravan event, which is pretty fun. I'm going to unlock Treasure Hunter as an origin, which gives us rarity upgrades. That could be really good. Unlock a new level, a couple new levels. Obviously, either one of these that we do is going to unlock a number of new levels. It looks like this one unlocks 3 and this one unlocks 2. So leaning more towards this one. It unlocks Counter Throw. I'm not a big fan of that ability, but it does unlock Silver Chainmail Set, which will give us the ability to get even more rarity on our gear. I am a big fan of the Silver Chainmail. It will unlock Exceptional Quality. Chance to find rarity is affected by chance for rare item stat. Nice. Unlocks Ultra Fortune, where we can spend our soul fragments to give us just static magic find, which is super helpful. So that's probably the one we're gonna do. Look at the other option. It looks like we unlock a new hunter ability, which is kind of cool. We unlock a ice spike ability, which can be used with either. Stargazer as an origin we can unlock if we do this one. We get soul fragments if we do this one, which is also very important. We unlock a faction. Basically, as you kill enemies, depending on the type of enemy you kill, you'll get rep with the faction. And these faction grinds will unlock just passive stat increases for you, which is kind of cool. Got a bit of a MMO element to it there. I think I'm going to go for a Shifting Sands because I'm just a really big fan of rarity. So we're going to start with that one. I did not level up anything in the Stygian Archive on purpose. I'm going to choose either Hunter or Barbarian as my class to focus on initially, and I haven't decided yet which one I want to do. But I'm going to pour all my meta currency upgrades into a path for one of them until I unlock the legendary items, basically, because that level is very hard to beat, and I want to really focus my upgrades up to that point. All right, so I'm going to re-roll. Attack speed and chance for rare items would be really nice, but I want to do a hunter run because last time we did a barbarian run, so I'm going to look for hunters with stats I want. Resistance piercing is okay, but we don't actually have the bow that does different elemental types of damage, and I don't think resistance piercing works on primal attacks. Maybe it does because you can get primal resistance. No, let's just go for it. Xanadu the Hunter. Let's go. And we can choose between two-handed weapons and short bows. If we choose two-handed weapons, it's going to give us long bows that are slower and hit harder. If we choose short bows, it's going to give us shorter, smaller, faster attack speed weapons that pierce. Let's do that one. Both are good. I've had success with both. Oh, actually, I guess it's two-handed either way. Oh, interesting. But we get piercing chance this way, and we should get some different, like, passive ability unlocks. Let's go. So this one's faster. This one's about twice as fast and does 8 energy. That one does 14 energy. So this is actually giving us more, like, I guess I was wrong. We do have fiery short bow. We do have the elemental bows. This will give us more energy per shot, basically, or more energy over time. Let's do that one. We'll try to go as fast attack speed as we can on this, so we can stack lots of burn. Remember also that we have some natural piercing, which is nice with choosing that origin. The movement ability for the Hunter isn't quite as strong as the one for the Barbarian, but it is still pretty strong. The Thief one is pretty nuts too. You'll see that later. Okay, I'm going to invest initially in projectile amount. Investing in aim shots is good too, because it'll allow you to pierce more enemies and do more damage to healthy targets. So both are things we're going to want, but we're going to start with multi-shot. This will affect our projectiles on everything, including our power ability, our passive ability, all that. So it's pretty nice. Speaking of which, we can do ricochet shot. Ricochet shot does not work very well with pierce, so I'm gonna not do that one. I'm just gonna do power shot, which naturally pierces anyway, but it does just a metric boatload of damage. Now this takes 40 energy to cast, which is quite a lot, so we're gonna want to get that attack speed up quite high, so we can be casting that more often. I think we'll probably lean into this as our primary damage dealer, if we can, depending on what the stats give us for upgrades, or the gear gives us for upgrades. Okay. All primary attack stuff and no attack speed. Let's re-roll that. No attack speed again, but there's crit chance and crit damage. That's pretty solid. Let's take that. Attack speed is definitely something we want to invest into as soon as possible. Okay. Chance to burn is going to give our basic attack the ability to light them on fire, which is nice. Dodge chances is going to make it so we can avoid hits. The hunter has a lot less health than the barbarian, so getting hit is very significant. So survival tactics is nice to help mitigate accidental hits. If you can build them strong enough you never get hit, I suppose that'd be fine, but I tend to find that things outscale you a little bit for a bit, and if you lose too many lives, your run is just doomed on the hunter, versus the barbarian actually scales their power with lives lost. So okay, so we have two options here. We can do concentrate shot, which is going to make us generate a lot more energy for our power shot, or we could do burst shot, which is just going to do a lot of damage. Let's do concentrate shot. See this little blue circle that just showed up around me? Basically, every 2 seconds, if there's no enemies within that blue circle, I'm going to fire off a shot that is going to generate energy based on the number of targets hit. So if we get some piercing in there, it can pierce through enemies and generate lots of energy at once. It gets pretty strong, if you can maintain it. If you do want to lock onto a specific target, like that boss there, you can click them to lock onto them. I don't think we need attack reach with this class. At least not with the abilities we're using. We'll do all damage and more crit chance, I guess. I was hoping to see some attack speed, but we're fairly limited on our number of rerolls at the beginning. Later on you'll get more. And the soul fragments have the ability to unlock additional rerolls as well. I think I'm going to grab some more piercing, because pretty soon we're going to start getting a lot more enemies. I can't remember if this is the one that has the spiders or if it's the next one, but whichever one has the spider boss can be pretty hard if you don't have piercing or a good amount of ricochet. At least on the hunter. Barbarian just cleave through things. Like, if I want to lock onto that guy, I can click him and say, shoot that guy. Or he gets that auto target. You can also toggle auto target off and just aim the direction that you're going to shoot. If you want a little bit more of an active play style, that's an option. I like the auto target. Unless I get into a really sticky situation, then I'll turn it off. It does a pretty good job of keeping stuff off you though. Alright, let's get some more projectile amount. Notice that I'm firing off 2 power shots sometimes now. That's pretty crazy because power shot does a lot of damage. see it just shreds entire packs of enemies. You can certainly make builds that are focused around your primary attack doing the damage instead as well. Or your passive. We took a hit there, but we didn't lose the life. The same sound you get when you lose a life, you also hear when the enemies lose a life. Unfortunately, unlike us, they don't have to deal with bleeding for a life lost. It'd be kind of cool if they did, but... Oh, okay, we lost the life there. You see I lost my right arm, apparently. I get shot right off. We have 2 elites, bosses. See how they have the glowing green skull? That means I'll unlock meta progression. Okay, more crit chance. I am down for, but that's a really good one, actually. I'm gonna reroll it on the off chance we find attack speed. We did not. Got reduced bleed rate as a upgraded rarity stat, though. I'll take that. So 75% lower bleed rate. That'll help us mitigate the life we lost. Disengage I like more than quick dash most of the time, because it shoots arrows. Although quick dash can be good on a map where you get swarmed with enemies. And our first rune application, great. So what's our crit chance overall right now? Tab will bring up this screen. So we have a 20% crit chance. Let's go ahead and put crit chance on our power. Oh, that's just unlocking it, dang. Okay. Well, if we get another one, we'll put crit chance on our power shot. You can kind of focus upgrading them as well in the early levels before you unlock a lot of them, so you can make them stronger. When I did my first playthrough, I leveled up my crit chance one significantly, and my projectile amount one significantly, so that when I would choose it, it would just give a big power boost on whatever I put it on, which was nice. It's going to slow down your progression a little bit though, because you have to go back and farm old levels instead of doing new unlocks to do that. That said, you do unlock pretty early the ability to unlock additional difficulty on the levels you've already beaten, which will give you a lot more meta resources if you get stuck. If you hit a wall, just go back and clear old stuff. We're doing pretty good here. We're starting to fall a little bit behind on damage, so it looks like. I'm starting to not be able to keep them out of my blue circle all the time. The boss is there, I'm gonna walk onto him. And in general, let's go try to shoot towards him whenever I can. I guess that would be a reason to grab attack range. Just be able to shoot him from further away. Never really thought of that on the hunter until now, but that might be valid. Okay, this guy won't give me meta progression unlocks, but he will drop stuff for this run. His skull is not glowing. Let's grab more projectile amount. Also, projectile amount is going to scale the amount of energy we're generating, because when we're shooting 2 primary attacks each time, we're doubling the amount of energy we generate. So, alright, let's put power shot with the crit rune we just unlocked. Attack reach, maybe. I don't have any rerolls. I don't know that resistance piercing is going to be all that helpful for us, but chance to spawn a healing globe might be. Let's do that. We don't have a whole lot of survivability at the moment. We just have 1 rank of our dodge regen, so that'll give us a little bit more survivability. And the little red globes on the ground are the health globes. Okay, doing good. Those ranged sorcerers that are casting those frost orbs are kind of annoying. I'm gonna use my target. Excuse me. Use my targeting to focus them when I can. And let's grab even more projectile amount. That's now maxed out. 75%, which means 3 out of 4 attacks will shoot 2 projectiles. Later on, we'll unlock a rune that gives us more projectile amount, which will make this really nice for the Huntress. Okay, we got Witch Smeller Mwazi here, which I think is the last boss for this level. If I remember right. There might be one more after him. No, there's one more after him. Because we're stuck at the 2-minute timer. Notice how the timer's red? So now the guys I'm killing, the new ones that are spawning, won't be dropping XP after a while. Once it locks the timer. There we go. Okay. Instead of unlocking critical hit damage, I'm actually going to upgrade the meta on this. So this is a permanent upgrade on this rune. So even in a new run, when I put that rune in, it's going to be 27.5 instead of 25. So I'm actually going to focus on that rather than unlocking the other one at the moment. None of these are great. Let's grab Attack Reach. See if it lets us shoot from further away. Kind of looks like it does. We're doing okay. We're keeping up with the damage. Let's grab some more attack speed. Making sure we're grabbing the silver coins, because that is our meta progression. That's really important. Green is obviously your experience globes, so I want to be picking those up too as I'm running around. Taking a lot more damage as I'm trying to gather things. But alright, we're almost at the end of this level. Okay, get the meta currency. 1 minute left. So the last boss will spawn when we hit 0 seconds. I believe. Might be before then. We'll see in a second here. Okay, there's a level up. We're going to take more attack speed. We could have taken more dodge and health regen. That could be a good option too. But I think if we can just kill the boss quick, that would be our best bet here. We're getting a good amount of experience on the ground from these guys that we're slaying. So let's try to make sure we're gathering all that up as well. Oh, there's a big ring out here. Nice. Okay. And boss is about to spawn now. Can we get one more level? One more level? Nope. Oh, no boss. Just deathling. So ghost spawn, we're done. We have unlocked a bunch of meta progression. Throwing axes as a weapon, treasure hunter, spirit caravan event, counter throw passive, silver chainmail set, my favorite set in the game at the moment, exceptional rarity. So basically, in addition to having one stat line that can roll higher, we can now increase the rarity tier. So instead of white items, we can get blue or purple, etc. Ultra Fortune is going to allow us to invest meta progression materials into Magic Find. And of course we unlocked our Dirk rune, which is our crit chance rune, and we're going to focus on leveling that up. So that's it for this run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll be back for the next one where I will choose a class and we will hit the Sorceress's Fall area so we can unlock some more things. See you guys next time.